One of a lot of people's favorite thing to do out here in the Vail Valley is go hike the Minturn Mile. And right now it's not in ideal conditions. We've got Dan Smith from Vail Mountain Rescue to give us some more information. Dan, thank you so much for meeting us here this morning.
Well, it's every Monday morning, you have good coffee, and it doesn't cost me what Starbucks does. Always a good thing. No, we had our first Minturn Mile mission of the year. We'll have 3 or 4. It happens. But right now, the mile's not really in good condition. Minturn Mile is, folks who don't know, away from Vail Mountain through the back, a piece of the backcountry that comes out down by the railroad tracks in Minturn, and you go to a place called the Saloon, and of course you have your beer and you've had a good time. And it's not a mile, it's more like 2. The first part of it is high, it's up on the ridge, and then you drop down into the ravine. And the trail is up on the wall, one side. But it looks like it's on the bottom. The bottom's a creek, and it has springs in it, and it flows most of the year. And it's flowing right now.
Yeah.
And we had a couple that got down in there and then lost cell phone contact and then got cell phone contact back. When they hit the water, they're trapped. They were snowboarders. It took about 5 hours for them to get out. That is a long walk, dragging a snowboard. It just really is. And I don't think either of them had done the mile before. I don't really know. But if they had, they probably should have known this was maybe a little early. So Ski Patrol and ourselves, we kept exchanging information because they still have 2 patrollers up on the mountain, and if someone was hurt, they could drop them in quicker than we can get up there. And we would usually send people in from the bottom, and we just kind of monitored them. And there was happened to be one of ours and a ski patroller at the Saloon, and so they just waited till they popped out, and we knew they were out. But it shows what can happen very, very close to the mountain. There is no such thing as side country. You're inside the rope or you're outside the rope. There's not this, well, I can see the rope from here. No, that doesn't matter. You're in or you're out.
No, it doesn't matter at all, especially because a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you step out of bounds and you are in it at that point.
You're absolutely on your own. The way we like to express it is, you have a problem. We're going to try and help you solve it, but we're not going to die in the process.
Yeah.
And if you get in some of these places, like places in the East Vail Chutes, there are places on Lime Creek where it can get right deadly. We're not going in. You know, if you're in there, you're going to have to come out to us. That's the nature of this creature. And even if we were to go in, by the time we get to you, you've been on your own for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
You best be self-sufficient enough and understand the way the wilderness works to be able to do that. On Lime Creek, we've had about a year ago, I had 2 young men get in there, and they missed the trail, and they were down on the bottom of the ravine. Generally, the trail is not flat on the bottom. It's up on one wall, 10 or 15 feet. They were extremely glad to see us. One had decided to sit down and die, and we didn't let him do that. We got him out. It's somebody else skis up on him, and it's just so rough on him. So we don't want, the sheriff does not want us to leave bodies scattered around the mountain. He's very upset when we do that. So he was not going to die, but he sure thought he was. He was very cold and very wet, and we got him out. But it's just oh, that looks wonderful. If you've looked at it on a map or you've just heard about it in the bar, that's fine. But it's not so wonderful if you don't know what you're doing. And we get some guests that try and expand their horizon without taking somebody with them that's done it before. That can get to be interesting about midnight.
So what you're saying is befriend a local. We are unfortunately out of time on this interview, but we've got another one coming up right after this weather report with Eric. So let's see if there's any snowfall in the future to maybe, hopefully, ideally, make that Minturn Mile just a little bit better.